welcome to Lety Does Playing Lone Wolf, the Huntress, Quelling of the Flame, Part 8. I filmed parts 5 through 8 of this Let's Play all in one go, and if you haven't seen part 7 yet, you should probably go check that out first, and you can find the link for that in this video's PeerTube description. And with that, let's get started. This is bad. Is it bad? I don't know. Okay. 134. You trek through the muck until you reach an area where the trees are older and grander, standing tall around a deep pool, with their branches reaching across it to form an intermingled canopy. You feel like you have entered a cavern made of trees. In the middle of the pool rises an astonishing sight. Here a vast ship lies tilted on its side, half submerged. It does not bear sails, but rather there is a huge deflated balloon, half rotted by time and weather, which drapes behind it like a gigantic ghost. It's a sky ship, Farisia says with awe. Fill in a time slot. If you wish to cross the pool and it is day 1, turn to 26. If you wish to cross the pool, and it is day 2, turn to 20. If not, you will have to head back, turn to 204. Oh shit. Okay. Am I not supposed to be here already? Here's the artwork of that. Day 2, huh? Wait, okay, what did it say about... Oh no, I forgot what it said about the bolded things. How many have I come across? Okay, what should I write? Time slot. I don't know, a deep pool? It said if something stands out to me, but if you're gonna bold and uppercase everything, of course it's going to stand out to me. Ugh. Okay. Oops. It's day 1. $26. Farisia stops you at the edge of the pool and points. Dozens of small snakes are swimming through the water. Their bright green bodies make you think of poison. Do you have the art of alchemy? If so, turn to 183. If not, then you should not attempt this crossing, for a single bite from the wrong snake in the serpent swamp can kill a person in 3 breaths. Come back on another day when perhaps the snakes will be less active. Return to the crossroads at 204. I have the art of alchemy, right? Well, why did I ask that? Yeah, I do. I've been making recipes this whole time. I don't know. I panicked. Okay. Yeah, I do. What am I going to do with alchemy? Am I blowing them up? I have an antitoxin. Sometimes, when practicing your alchemy, you can hear a voice in your head instructing you. That voice is the only memory of your alchemical mentor you still have. The rest lost along with everything else. It is a calm, cool voice, which expresses terms in exacting specificity. Specificity. Now the voice is telling you to look at the backs of those snakes. Note those markings. Draw them until you have memorized them. Though they seem intimidating, these are actually rose snakes, my tiny bird. Harmless unless you are a frog or rodent. You share this with Farisia. Convinced by your confidence, she follows you into the pool, though the look on her face says she is not happy about it. The swim across is not a pleasant one. With each stroke of your arms, you feel snakes slither through your fingertips. Several find their way inside your clothing, where they wiggle across your skin in search for an exit. Finally, you reach the underhull of the ship. A long rope dangles down to the pool, and you use this to pull yourself up, dropping several hanger-ons back into the pond as you go. Turn to 80. Ew! No! That's I'm going to the serpent swamp. I don't know why I'm so surprised that there's snakes, but the description's really gross. Okay. Ah! The rope leads to a porthole, which you and Farisia pull yourselves through, and into the wrecked ship. Farisia's crystal sphere begins to glow again, growing stronger as you peer down a moldy wooden corridor. The ship's tilt makes the floor slanted, keeping you off balance. You can pause here and use a healing kit if you wish. When you are ready, you explore further into the bowels of the skyship, going down 2 staircases until you step into freezing cold water up to your knees. Down there, the only light is the soft sunset glow of the crystal. This hallway slopes down to the left and rises up to the right. Left goes to the front of the ship, Farisia says, and though the ship has long been derelict, she whispers the words. Right goes to the back of it. Do you wish to go to the front of the ship? Turn to 124, or the back, turn to 96. Well, the back of the ship is storage. Front of the ship is controls. She says it's derelict. It's not usable anymore. It's all moldy and stuff. We can't use it anymore. You can use a healing kit if you wish. Okay, why does this say that, by the way? Am I about to fight? I'm not. I don't want to fight. Also, I'm fully healed at the moment. 17 is my max, and that's what I have right now. I'm going to the back. Yeah. Yeah. This won't be a bad idea. What if I need to fight someone? Who is here? No. Oh, the lady. Will I need to fight the lady? I mean, I know they said she's evil or whatever, but surely she might help me. The water has mostly drained from the back of the ship, though the smell of mildew and rot still permeates. The floor is slippery with slime and mold, and as the floor continues to tilt upwards, progressing becomes difficult. Finally, you reach a place where you can go no further without tools. You can see an open door at the very back of the sloped hallway. Out of it comes the uncertain glow of a very dim light. To continue in this direction, you will need rope and pittons, shoe spikes, or to use a potion of tangleweed. If you have any of these, you can continue to 214. Otherwise, you have to try the front of the ship, turn to 124. I have rope and pittons! This is the first time I get to use it! Ha! Finally! I've been carrying this since Marked for Death. I don't think I used it once over there. Farisia waits below while you push ahead. Even with your tools, it is a tricky climb, but eventually you grab the edge of the door frame and pull yourself inside the room. The walls have sprouted mushrooms and fungus, some of which give off the phosphorescent glow you saw through the door. Chests and boxes have slid into a jumbled mess against the same wall as the door, and you rifle through them looking for anything of interest. Pick a number from the random number table and receive the item below. If you have the art of exceptional awareness, pick 2 numbers and get both items. If both selections are the same, only get the item once. 0 to 2, a copper key. 3 to 4, a potion of flame spout. After drinking, you can breathe fire. Use at the start of any round of combat to replace the damage you would deal this round with 2 numbers from the random number table, where 0 equals 0. 5 to 9, Bejeweled Warhammer. This weapon cannot be used with poisons. If wielded with both hands, 9s picked in combat become 0s instead. Also, when using it to fight worms, serpents, or dragon creatures, it is more effective and adds +3 to the combat ratio. You will be told if it is effective against a creature for the purposes of this ratio bonus. Ooh! When you are done, you slide down the watery hallway. It is much easier going down than up and rejoin Farisia. She does not think anything you found is what the crystal sphere is responding to, and says there must be more secrets to find in this wreck. You head to the front of the ship, turn to 124. I like finishing a page before giving my commentary, but I just got so distracted. I went, ooh. Okay, so I've found goodies. I have the art of exceptional awareness, so I get to pick 2 numbers and get both items. I want the copper key. Let's see what I get. Okay. Rolling once. That is an 8. Okay, let's mark that. And the second time. A 7? Aww. I already got that. Okay. A bejeweled warhammer. For the one time I want a low number and it's not letting me. Cathar's crystal pendant. Reroll to 4. Reroll to 7. Useless! Dang! Where were those rolls when I was fighting stuff? Okay, I'm definitely going to take the warhammer. Cannot be used with poisons. I don't have, what's that one called? I don't have the wielding it in 2 hands thing. Yeah. But I think I still get the bonus of the +3 to the combat ratio, so that's really good to me. Oh, I forgot I had a crystal dagger. Awesome. Okay. Okay, the Bejeweled Warhammer has kind of a long thing. You will be told if it is effective against the creature for the purposes of the search. I think what I need to do is like make a little star or something. I don't know. Or I have the section number, so I guess I'll come back to that. But it says it'll tell me when the combat ratio applies. And then it says head to the front of the ship. So that's 124. Here the water becomes deeper, rising up to chest level. You wade through it, your body shaking from the cold. The orb's light grows brighter and brighter until it shines on a door blocking your way, glinting off of gold trim and silver engraving. It appears to depict an old wizard, hair and robes flaring out behind him as he raises his hands to grip a magic ball above his head. Halos of energy are shown emanating from the ball above his head. No. Unlike every other part of the wreck, this door looks brand new. Magic is preserving this door, Farisia says. Great, you say, teeth chattering. But why? Something behind it must be important, Farisia responds. It's certainly attracting the crystal. She holds up the orb to demonstrate. If you have a copper key or thieves' lockpick and the ability to use them, turn to 172, otherwise turn to 30. Crap! I didn't know I would use the copper key right away. Well, I don't have it, so that sucks. No. I didn't even get 2 items. I just got the Warhammer because I got good rolls for some reason. 30. Oh no. While you have been studying the door, 6 ghoulish creatures have quietly come up behind you. They have a somewhat feminine form, but are too decayed to fully tell what they were in life. Some have too many limbs, with extras jutting out from odd places. Twitching and hissing, 3 latch onto Farisia, dragging her down into the water. Before you can assist, the remaining one turns to you, opening its mouth. A long black tongue snakes out of the gaping hole where its mouth should be. You begin to feel a throbbing pain in your skull and realize that the creature is attacking you with its mind as well as its black claws. Psychic Ghoul, Endurance 12. Fight this combat at a combat ratio of -4. The psychic attack forces you to pick 2 numbers each round and use the lowest, unless you have the mark of the Agarashi or a necklace of teeth. After 2 rounds, Farisia is able to kill the enemies attacking her and comes to your aid, immediately cutting down the ghoul and ending combat. If you survive this fight, you find a copper key on a chain around the neck of the psychic ghoul. You go back to the door and try it, turn to 172. I need to win this fight. Okay. So, fought at a combat ratio of -4. But didn't I just get the Bejeweled Warhammer that says it's good against snake things? It changes my combat ratio, right? And these guys are snake things, I think. It says it will tell me when I can use it, so I guess I can't use it. They're not snake enough. Okay. Let's see what to do. Bejeweled Warhammer. Oh, right. Hold on. Minus cutlass. Just so I know that that's how I got the cutlass. Okay. Let's go. Where's my combat? Oh, this is my combat. Combat record. It says I need to do a minimum of 2 rounds and survive it. Maybe I can kill them. I have the mark of the Agarashi. So I do not need to do the pick 2 numbers and use the lowest one. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not. Just because my rolls are pretty awful. And you saw those fantastic rolls I did earlier. That didn't let me get 2 things. Yeah. Watch. That is going to go entirely out the window. I will have... These are going to be bad. The combat ratio is -4. This is going to be over section 30. Alright. And, oh! The crystal dagger. Can I use the crystal dagger? +1 damage when I deal damage, right? I think that's how it works. I'm gonna need to check that. But later. For now, I'm going to use it how I think it works. And I wrote +1 damage when dealt. So I think that means each time I deal damage, I deal 1 extra damage. Let's roll and see what we're gonna get. That's a 3. I told you! Okay. Maybe I should be writing it. Roll the 3. Let's see what that means. Our combat ratio is 4. I rolled a 3. That means they take 3 damage. I take 5 damage. And they take 4 damage because it's +1. Okay. That's fine. Let's roll again. Is that a 1? Ass! Asses! Buttholes and asses! Damn it! What is that means that they don't. They did take 1 damage. I take 6. Okay. So they take 2 damage. And I take 6. I don't want to use my shield yet. I do have the Sun God's shield, but I don't know. I feel like I should hold on to that. Endurance points -6. No, just 6. Okay. Here we go again. Wait! Stop. Stop. Wait. Stop. Okay. I did the 17. I did the 6. Okay, I stopped now. I stopped. Because Farisia helps me now, right? After 2 rounds, Farisia is able to kill the enemies. Yes! Ah! Fools. Okay, well, that's that. -11 EP plus copper key. Yay! Oh wait, but I'm about to use the copper key, right? Okay. I do still need to update this. Oh, that's accurate. Yep. Just double checking. I have 6. That's okay. This is fine. Going well. 172. Let's see. The keyhole is submerged, and you blindly feel under the icy water for it. When finally the door clicks open, you cup your hands to your mouth and blow hot feeling back into them. Once open, the door is pushed inwards by the water in the hallway, which drags you with it into a large room with glass windows that are still amazingly intact. They look down into the depths of the pool, showing fish and water snakes swimming past. All of this is dimly illuminated by a golden orb pulsing with weak light in the middle of the room. Here, A decrepit skeleton leans against a tall pedestal that instantly reminds you of the one aboard the Vakma. Tubes are tangled up in the bones of its neck. These run up the pedestal and attach to the glowing orb at its top. It's a voyage stone, Farisia confirms. Like our sphere, but far more powerful. It is designed to be controlled by elder magi. Vaqueros doesn't have enough power to use it safely. That makes sense as to why the sphere was attached to it. These two are connected by similar magic. Is this what caused us to crash, you ask? Farisia considers this. I don't think so, she says at last. We were pulled to the west of the river, not the east. I still think the keep drew us. As for this ship, it's very old. I'm not sure the keep was here yet when it crashed. Having come this far, you decide to take the voyage stone. It is a backpack item which fills up 2 slots. You must discard other items in its favor if your backpack is full. Be aware that its magical emanations may be detectable by certain creatures. As soon as you take the voyage stone, the ship lets out a mighty groan. Its magical energy was the only thing holding the ship together. With it removed, soon the ship will sink at last into its watery grave. Fill in a time slot and head back to the crossroads at 2:04. Okay. I guess I gotta get rid of my rope and pittance. I can't use my healer's kit anytime I want. And I used them. I hope I don't need to use them again. Time slot. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to keep. Maybe I should give up the crowbar. Yeah, that's not enough anyway. I need to get rid of 2, right? 2 slots. It takes up 2 slots. It's very big. I don't know why Farisia can't hold it. Also, detectable by certain creatures, huh? Is that a bad thing or a good thing? This kind of sounds like a bad thing. Voyage stone. Yup. That's how I'm gonna write that. Yeah, okay. Sure. Oh, did I fill in a time slot? Did I fill in a time slot? I don't think so, right? Wait, I can count. I can count! 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I have the correct amount now. Okay. Alright, so now we are back at 2:04. It's the crossroads again. East. Now we know what's in the east. We don't need to go to the east anymore. But Farisia, she did bring up a good point earlier. She said we got pulled towards the west. So, like, we got pulled downwards. Then again, there's several... Wait, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Okay. We are here. West. The ruins to see. No. Well, if we go straight across, we'll be at the fog. If we go kind of down, north, the only thing there is the standing stones. And south. South would be the ruins of Tizian. I feel like I just need to keep coming back to this place. And then I will have it. Alright, well. I guess for now, I will consider more about what I need to do. I don't know. I've found something so cool. But it's not what I'm supposed to be looking for. Okay, the west is where we came from. We came from the tower. So we're going in the wrong direction. She said to go east, though. She said to go east, and that's why I went east. Alright. Well. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll consider this more for the next time. For now, I think I'm going to cut this one here before it ends up getting too long and I take up too much time. Plus, the crossroads is a pretty good place to stop, I feel. So, thanks so much for watching, and get out there, do all the stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!